Hello there, and welcome to this sleepy science zone. Tonight, you don't have to do anything. Just breathe, let your shoulders soften, and allow your body to rest. Maybe you've carried too much today. Tension, effort, responsibility. But even now, something extraordinary is happening beneath your skin. Every cell inside your muscles is quietly awake, listening to your breath, responding to each heartbeat with its own rhythm of repair. Your body is not idle when you rest. It's orchestrating one of the most intricate healing symphonies in nature. Within every strand of muscle fiber, thousands of microscopic units, called sarcomeres, are realigning, stretching, and rebuilding the scaffolds that give you strength. Each time you breathe in, oxygen flows into your bloodstream, carried by red cells to every muscle that once strained or trembled. That oxygen fuels the mitochondria, the tiny powerhouses within each cell, releasing energy in the form of ATP, adenosine triphosphate, the quiet spark of recovery. Scientists call this process anabolism, the constructive phase of metabolism. During deep rest, hormones like growth hormone and IGF-1 rise, triggering protein synthesis, weaving new filaments of actin and myosin that replace what effort has broken down. It's a secret ballet that unfolds without your command. Even as you lie still, the body you thought was tired is already sculpting strength from silence. Your muscles don't heal from movement. They heal from stillness. When you sleep, your body slips into a stage called slow-wave sleep, when blood flow to muscles increases, delivering oxygen and nutrients, while the brain releases pulses of restorative hormones. In this phase, the sympathetic nervous system, the one that drives action, finally steps aside, and the parasympathetic system takes over. Your heart rate slows, your blood pressure drops, and the molecular machinery of repair begins its delicate rhythm. Imagine this. Deep inside your body, cells are speaking in chemical whispers, calcium ions moving in and out like tides, triggering cascades of repair signals. Damaged fibers attract small stem-like cells known as satellite cells. These remarkable healers merge with existing fibers, patching tiny tears, fortifying what was once strained. Under a microscope, it looks like a quiet constellation of light, a living galaxy rebuilding itself one spark at a time. And while all this happens, your mind can rest. You don't have to think about recovery. Your biology has known how to do it since before you were born. Every muscle remembers how to heal, how to rebuild, how to grow stronger through the peace that follows effort. So tonight, let go of control. Let the slow chemistry of life do what it has always done. With each breath, your muscles find their balance again, transforming fatigue into quiet strength. You are not weak when you rest. You are rebuilding. The stillness you feel now is not emptiness. It's the body's most intelligent silence, where effort turns into resilience and soundless strength begins anew. Every movement you've ever made, lifting, walking, even breathing, leaves behind a silent story written in your muscles. Beneath the skin lies an intricate landscape of fibers and filaments woven with astonishing precision. Each muscle fiber contains thousands of myofibrils, and inside them, rows of actin and myosin slide past one another like perfectly tuned strings. When you move, they tighten. When you rest, they remember. Scientists call this muscle plasticity, the ability of muscle tissue to adapt and reshape itself based on your life's rhythm. What you do, how you move, how you rest, all of it leaves a trace. After intense effort, microscopic tears form along those fibers, but they are not signs of weakness. They are the beginning of renewal. In the quiet hours after movement, a remarkable transformation begins. Enzymes sweep through the damaged areas, clearing debris. Immune cells arrive like gentle custodians, removing the old to make space for the new. Then, almost imperceptibly, the rebuilding starts. Proteins align themselves in delicate patterns. Collagen fibers stretch into harmony, and new capillaries sprout to deliver more oxygen for tomorrow's strength. This is not chaos, it's choreography. Your body conducts this restoration through countless feedback loops between your brain, your hormones, and your cells. The hypothalamus, deep in the brain, monitors internal balance, regulating temperature and hormones. It signals the pituitary gland to release growth hormone, setting in motion the cascade that repairs your muscles while you sleep. The science of recovery is not only mechanical, it's electrical too. Every cell in your muscle carries a charge, a subtle current across its membrane. As you rest, ions shift in quiet pulses. Sodium, potassium, calcium, all working together to restore equilibrium. Biophysicists have discovered that this ionic rhythm creates faint electromagnetic fields, meaning your muscles literally hum with low-frequency life. When you breathe deeply, those fields synchronize with your heartbeat, aligning the entire body into what researchers call physiological coherence. And then there is fascia, the thin silken web that surrounds every muscle, every organ, every cell. Once thought to be inert, scientists now know it's alive with sensory nerves and fluid movement. When you stretch or breathe slowly, fascia glides, redistributing tension and signaling the nervous system to relax. Within that motion lies the language of comfort, the body telling the mind, you are safe. Tonight, as you lie still, your body is quietly measuring, adjusting, renewing its structure. The ATP that fueled your day's movement now fuels regeneration, molecule by molecule, weaving energy back into form. Muscle tissue that once felt sore becomes pliable again, its fibers aligning like ripples settling on calm water. So, as you listen, feel the quiet under your skin, the architecture of strength rebuilding itself. You are not static. You are a living system in perfect negotiation between motion and rest. The body doesn't stop when the day ends. It simply changes its purpose. And in that transformation, recovery becomes more than repair. It becomes rebirth. Every muscle fiber in your body speaks in light and current. It's strange to imagine, but deep inside you, electrical storms flicker quietly across tissues every second, carrying the silent code of repair. Each cell in a healing muscle maintains a delicate voltage across its membrane, about -70 millivolts, a tiny difference that makes all communication possible. When the balance shifts, ion channels open and close, letting in calcium, sodium, and potassium. This movement of charge is not random. It's the electrical language of healing. Researchers at Harvard's Wyeth Institute have shown that even the smallest wounds on a muscle fiber generate an electric field, guiding nearby cells to migrate toward the injury site. Like compass needles, they orient themselves along invisible lines of current. This phenomenon, called galvanotaxis, is one of the oldest repair mechanisms in biology. It existed long before complex nervous systems evolved. That means your muscles remember how to heal, not because your brain tells them to, but because electricity itself carries the memory of balance. As you breathe, the body's natural voltage shifts gently in rhythm with your heart. When you inhale, sympathetic nerves slightly excite your muscles, charging the system. When you exhale, the parasympathetic branch returns it to calm. This alternating current, excitement and release, is the body's original waveform, the oscillation between effort and recovery. When you slow your breathing, you modulate that current. You're literally tuning your body's electromagnetic field. Biophysicists have even detected faint photon emissions from muscle cells, flashes of bioluminescence called biophoton emission. These are not metaphors. They are measurable pulses of light that occur when mitochondria release energy. When you rest deeply, that glow becomes more coherent, synchronized, rhythmic, harmonious. It's as though every muscle cell begins to hum in the same key. This coherence reduces oxidative stress, stabilizes membranes, and accelerates regeneration. You might think of healing as chemistry, but at its heart, it is music. Frequencies aligning, charges dancing, fields merging. Your body is an orchestra of invisible instruments, electrical, magnetic, and luminous. Every gentle heartbeat sends a wave through your muscles, a pulse that guides ions, water molecules, and even proteins to their rightful places. When you're calm, this rhythm strengthens. When you worry, it scatters. That's why rest is not idleness. It's resonance. Deep relaxation allows the frequencies of your cells to synchronize again, creating a measurable phenomenon called heart-brain coherence. Studies from the Heart Math Institute show that during this state, the electromagnetic field of the heart becomes smoother, extending several feet beyond the body. Muscles near the chest respond first, softening as the rhythm steadies, sending a ripple of calm through the entire system. So tonight, as you lie still, imagine the invisible electricity moving through you, not harsh, not jagged, but round and warm like low sunlight. With each exhale, the waves even out. With each breath, the current aligns. Your muscles are not only repairing, they're remembering their song. And in that soft hum, you return to your original harmony, a body made of light, current, and silence working together in peace. Every breath you take is a message to your muscles. It tells them when to work, when to rest, and when to heal. The lungs and the muscles are partners in rhythm, exchanging gases and energy in a relationship older than consciousness itself. As you inhale, oxygen rushes into your alveoli, tiny air sacs branching like coral, and diffuses into your bloodstream. Within seconds, that oxygen enters the muscle fibers, binding to myoglobin, a red protein that holds it like a precious lantern of light. Inside each cell, mitochondria use that oxygen to create ATP, the universal currency of energy. But here's what science has recently revealed. During slow, mindful breathing, oxygen is used not only for power, but also for signaling. When levels rise and fall gently, it tells your body that it is safe, switching on the parasympathetic repair mode. In that state, inflammation decreases, muscle tension melts away, and enzymes like superoxide dismutase begin cleaning up the metabolic debris of fatigue. Researchers at Stanford have discovered specialized neurons in the brainstem that monitor the rhythm of your breathing and communicate directly with the limbic system, the emotional center. When your breath slows, these neurons calm the amygdala, lowering stress hormones such as cortisol and adrenaline. That biochemical shift sends another message downward, to the heart, to the vessels, to the muscles. We are safe now. Begin the healing. Your muscles listen. As blood vessels widen, nutrient flow increases. Nitric oxide, a molecule produced in the lining of those vessels, rises in concentration. It acts like a whispering messenger, telling smooth muscles to relax and release. In doing so, it improves circulation and oxygen delivery, a phenomenon scientists call vasodilation. Even a few minutes of steady breathing can enhance this response, improving recovery after physical exertion or emotional strain. The breath doesn't just feed the body, it synchronizes it. With each inhale, pressure in the chest drops slightly, drawing blood into the heart. With each exhale, that blood is gently pushed outward again, creating a mechanical rhythm that massages the vascular system. In yoga physiology, this has long been called pranic circulation, the movement of life energy. In modern terms, it's the cardiorespiratory resonance that stabilizes blood gases and balances pH. And when breath, heart, and muscle align, a quiet intelligence awakens, a sense of being repaired from the inside out. You might notice warmth spreading through your shoulders or a soft pulse behind your ribs. That's your body returning to its blueprint, calm, ordered, whole. So tonight, let your breath lead. Don't force it. Let it lengthen on its own, like waves that have finally found their tide. As oxygen moves through you, imagine it painting every tired fiber with new light. With every exhale, tension dissolves. With every inhale, recovery deepens. Breathing is not just survival, it's communication. A conversation between air and muscle, between stillness and life, between you and the universe that built you to heal. As you drift deeper into stillness, your muscles begin tending to their secret garden, a molecular ecosystem designed for growth, repair, and renewal. Every cell becomes a quiet laboratory, filled with messengers and builders, clearing away the remnants of fatigue and creating space for new strength. This process, known as muscle protein synthesis, is guided by a network of enzymes that awaken during rest. At the center of this renewal lies mTOR, the mammalian target of rapamycin, a master regulator that senses nutrients, energy, and oxygen. When conditions are peaceful, when you're resting and breathing slowly, mTOR signals ribosomes to begin stitching together amino acids into long chains of protein. These proteins form the scaffolds of repair, the fibers that make muscles not only stronger, but more resilient to future strain. Every gram of protein you've ever eaten eventually becomes part of this architecture, transformed into the molecules that lift, stretch, and move you through life. But synthesis is only half the story. Repair also means balance, a conversation between breakdown, catabolism, and renewal, anabolism. After effort, tiny fragments of damaged proteins are removed by proteasomes, molecular recyclers that disassemble what no longer serves. In their place, new proteins are woven, aligned like silk under the microscope, restoring both strength and flexibility. During deep rest, this balance tilts toward creation. Growth hormone peaks. Testosterone and estrogen coordinate with IGF-1, and nutrient transporters in the muscle cell membrane open like morning flowers to receive glucose and amino acids. Even your gut participates, the microbiome releasing metabolites that influence recovery through the gut-brain-muscle axis. What you ate during the day, the way you breathed, the calm of your evening, all merge in the single symphony of healing. At night, when your body temperature drops slightly, enzymes function more efficiently. DNA repair accelerates. Free radicals, the reactive molecules produced by metabolism, are neutralized by antioxidants like glutathione and catalase. Inside mitochondria, the tricarboxylic acid cycle hums softly, turning oxygen into water and energy. That water carries subtle electromagnetic charge, structuring itself along collagen fibers, transmitting information like liquid light. The more calmly you rest, the more efficient this molecular garden becomes. Stress hormones interfere with growth. Peace nourishes it. That's why letting go, truly letting go, is not weakness, but precision. It gives your biology permission to do what millions of years of evolution perfected. So as your body lies still tonight, imagine each muscle as a garden tended by unseen hands. Enzymes pruning, hormones watering, mitochondria glowing faintly like fireflies in dew. Each cell, a leaf absorbing light, each breath, a breeze that keeps it alive. You are not just recovering, you are cultivating. The garden inside you never sleeps. It simply waits for silence to grow. Muscles remember not only the strength you built, but the kindness you showed yourself while healing. Scientists call it muscle memory, but it's more than a metaphor. Within each fiber lie nuclei, called myonuclei, that store the history of movement. When you train or stretch, new nuclei form. When you rest, they remain, waiting quietly until you move again. Even after long periods of inactivity, these memory centers endure, ready to reactivate growth at the first sign of effort. In 2018, researchers at the University of Oslo discovered that myonuclei acquired during training are not lost when muscle mass decreases. They persist like bookmarks in your body's library, preserving the instructions for strength. This discovery changed how we understand aging and recovery, showing that even after years of stillness, the body retains its potential to return. But muscle memory isn't purely physical. There is also neuromuscular memory, stored in the connections between nerves and fibers. Each movement, from the smallest blink to the most powerful lift, refines the map in your motor cortex. With rest, those pathways consolidate, myelin sheaths strengthening around neurons like insulation around wires. During deep sleep, the brain replays these movements in slow motion, encoding them into long-term stability. What feels like stillness is actually a rehearsal. The brain whispering to the body, remember how it feels to move with grace. Even emotions leave traces in muscle. When you clench your jaw in anger or raise your shoulders in fear, those patterns imprint. Over time, relaxation becomes an act of reteaching, reminding the muscles that safety has returned. Psychophysiologists call this somatic release, the unwinding of emotional tension stored in the fascia and fibers. That's why, when you exhale deeply, you sometimes feel warmth or even tears. The body remembering peace after long effort. Tonight, your body is restoring not only strength, but trust. The trust between movement and mind. Each cell recalls the days you walked, reached, worked, laughed. That memory hums quietly beneath your skin. When you sleep, neural circuits replay fragments of motion, like dreams in rhythm, lifting, stretching, breathing. The motor neurons synchronize with slow-wave brain oscillations, strengthening the pathways of effortless coordination. So as you drift, imagine your muscles as storytellers, each one holding the memory of your journey. Every fiber carries your history of work, of struggle, of joy. And every night, that story is rewritten in softer ink. You are not starting over each day. You are continuing a conversation that never ended. Healing is remembering what it means to move freely again, to trust your body's wisdom, to let strength return without effort. And tonight, that memory is alive in every heartbeat, every breath, every quiet spark of renewal flowing through you. As darkness deepens, your muscles enter one of the most sophisticated chemical rituals in all of biology, the nighttime symphony of repair. It begins silently as your body's internal clock, the suprachiasmatic nucleus in the brain, senses the absence of light. That signal cascades down to the pineal gland, releasing melatonin, not just the hormone of sleep, but the molecular conductor of recovery. Melatonin travels through your bloodstream, whispering to every tissue, "Now, rest." It binds to receptors in muscle cells, reducing oxidative stress and inflammation. Scientists have found that melatonin enhances mitochondrial efficiency, allowing each cell to produce ATP with fewer free radicals. This makes your nighttime metabolism cleaner, quieter, more precise, like a candle burning with pure flame instead of smoke. While melatonin sets the rhythm, another player rises, growth hormone, GH. Secreted in pulses during deep slow-wave sleep, GH signals muscles to rebuild. It stimulates protein synthesis, increases amino acid uptake, and encourages fat metabolism, providing energy for the rebuilding process. Studies at the University of Chicago have shown that over 70% of daily growth hormone is released while you sleep. Missing that deep stage means missing the very chemistry that strengthens you. Meanwhile, the liver joins the process. Under the influence of GH, it produces insulin-like growth factor 1, IGF-1, which travels through your bloodstream to bind with muscle cells. IGF-1 activates satellite cells, those tiny guardians of repair, urging them to divide and merge with damaged fibers. Each fusion adds nuclei, enhancing the muscle's ability to synthesize new proteins. Other hormones follow in harmony. Testosterone and estrogen fine-tune the balance between growth and stability. Cortisol drops, reducing catabolic breakdown. And myostatin, the molecule that inhibits excessive muscle growth, is downregulated, letting healing proceed freely. This hormonal ballet is why a good night's sleep often feels like a full reset. Even your immune system joins the orchestra. During rest, specialized white blood cells called macrophages shift roles. From inflammation to regeneration, they secrete anti-inflammatory cytokines like IL-10 and transforming growth factor beta, calming the tissue and directing repair. The redness and soreness that once signaled strain now fade under the chemistry of peace. Deep in the fascia, fluids slow. Interstitial water redistributes, clearing lactic acid and metabolic waste. The lymphatic system, usually sluggish by day, becomes active, carrying toxins away through the gentle rhythm of your breath and heartbeat. This is your glymphatic network at work, not only in the brain, but mirrored throughout the muscles, cleansing every cell while you dream. As you surrender to sleep, know that this chemistry unfolds without effort. without instruction. The body has memorized the formula across millions of years of evolution. Each night, it repeats the experiment perfectly, proving again that rest is not the absence of work. It is the purest form of it. The quiet of night is not emptiness. It's the most intelligent kind of activity, healing disguised as silence. Even in stillness, your muscles are never truly motionless. Beneath the quiet surface, a rhythm continues, subtle, constant, alive. It's your heartbeat, sending waves of pressure and vibration through every vessel and fiber. Cardiologists call this mechanotransduction, the process by which cells translate physical force into biochemical messages. Each pulse tells your muscles something vital. We are here. We are alive. When your heart contracts, it sends a tiny shock wave through arteries, capillaries, and finally into the tissue itself. Muscle cells sense this through mechanoreceptors embedded in their membranes, proteins that open when stretched, allowing calcium to flow inside. That calcium sparks activity in the nucleus, regulating genes responsible for repair and growth. In this way, the rhythm of your heart becomes the language of your muscles. This connection explains why relaxation doesn't mean total stillness. Even when you lie motionless, your body continues to move in microscopic ways. The pulse, the breath, the slight sway of circulation, all maintain communication between systems. Scientists have discovered that these micro-motions influence fluid flow in fascia, the connective web surrounding every muscle. As it moves, fascia distributes nutrients and carries mechanical signals, keeping tissues supple and responsive. In 2021, researchers at the University of Copenhagen found that mechanical vibrations from the heartbeat improve capillary perfusion, the flow of oxygenated blood into muscle fibers. Even during rest, the heart, it turns out, is a built-in massage therapist, working tirelessly to bathe every cell in life. There's beauty in this constant conversation between pulse and fiber. It's proof that vitality is not loud or frantic. It's rhythmic and faithful. Each contraction, each wave, sustains the silent engine of metabolism. Your body evolved to depend on these oscillations, pressure waves that travel faster than blood itself, carrying both energy and information. And then there's the sound, not audible to the ear, but sensed by every molecule. The pulse creates infrasound frequencies, below human hearing, that resonate through tissue at about 1 to 2 hertz. These low vibrations are the tempo of peace, the rhythm of healing. They guide lymphatic flow, synchronize cellular clocks, and even influence gene expression related to longevity. So tonight, as you rest, imagine that deep, steady beat traveling through you, not as noise, but as light in motion. Your muscles listen to it, follow it, rebuild by it. The heart doesn't need your effort to heal you. It simply needs your permission to continue its song. Let the pulse beneath your stillness remind you, healing is not something you do, it's something you allow. The rhythm is already within you. All you must do is be still enough to hear it. Inside every muscle fiber lives a kind of intelligence, not one that thinks in words, but one that responds, adapts, and remembers. Each cell knows when to contract, when to relax, and when to rebuild. It listens to chemical whispers, mechanical pressures, and even electrical patterns. This is cellular intelligence, a form of awareness that doesn't need a mind to understand balance. Under a microscope, a muscle cell looks almost alive in thought. It stretches, reacts, communicates with its neighbors through microscopic bridges called gap junctions. Through these channels, ions and signaling molecules pass like messages in bottles, synchronizing activity across entire tissues. Biologists now call this emergent coordination, the collective behavior of cells that act together as if guided by a single quiet mind. Deep in each cell's cytoplasm, molecular sensors track energy and stress. The AMP-activated protein kinase, AMPK, acts like a guardian, detecting when energy levels dip. If ATP runs low, AMPK signals the nucleus to conserve fuel and trigger mitochondrial growth. This ensures endurance, resilience, and the ability to heal from effort. The cell is always listening, not to you, but to its own rhythm of need and restoration. When you rest, this intelligence shifts into a healing mode. Proteins fold into their proper shapes again, guided by heat shock molecules that act as chaperones, ensuring nothing misaligns. Damaged mitochondria are recycled through mitophagy, a self-cleaning process that replaces the old with the new. It's as if the cell tidies its room while you sleep. Scientists at Kyoto University recently discovered that muscle cells communicate with immune cells using extracellular vesicles, tiny bubbles filled with RNA and proteins. These vesicles act as messengers, telling the immune system to reduce inflammation and to send macrophages where they are needed most. It's a kind of cellular diplomacy, maintaining peace inside your body's borders. Even more astonishing, muscle cells secrete myokines, molecules that travel through your blood to influence the brain, the liver, even mood. One called irisin increases during gentle movement and helps burn fat while improving neuronal growth in the hippocampus. Another, BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor, supports learning and memory. This means your muscles aren't just engines of motion, they're organs of communication, shaping how you think, feel, and rest. When you relax tonight, this inner conversation continues in silence. Your cells talk to each other in chemical poetry, signals of calcium, oxygen, light. You don't have to control it. Your body already knows the language. The same intelligence that built galaxies into spiral harmony is working within your tissues now, guiding molecules into order, turning chaos into calm. You are not separate from that wisdom. You are that wisdom, organized into warmth, breath, and rhythm. The mind thinks it runs the body, but the truth is simpler. The body teaches the mind how to heal, one quiet heartbeat at a time. If you could see beneath your skin right now, you would witness rivers, not of water, but of life itself. Blood, lymph, interstitial fluid, all flowing in slow, deliberate patterns. These are the waterways of healing, the currents that wash fatigue from the body and return it as peace. Every muscle depends on circulation to survive. Arteries deliver oxygen and nutrients. Veins and lymphatic vessels carry away carbon dioxide, lactic acid, and cellular debris. During deep rest, the body redistributes this flow. Blood leaves the brain and digestive tract, pouring instead into muscle tissue, carrying with it warmth and renewal. The lymphatic system, often forgotten yet essential, has no heart to pump it. It relies on the subtle rhythm of breathing and the gentle contraction of muscles. When you inhale deeply, the diaphragm presses downward, creating a pressure gradient that moves lymph upward through narrow channels. When you exhale, the flow reverses slightly, pulling toxins and waste toward filtration nodes. Each breath is a tide, cleansing you from the inside. Recently, researchers at the Karolinska Institute in Sweden found that during sleep, the lymphatic flow through muscle increases by nearly 40%. The walls of these vessels contain contractile fibers that pulse gently, synchronizing with slow-wave brain activity. In other words, as your mind dreams, your body cleanses. The night becomes a great internal ocean, waves of fluid rising and falling with the rhythm of your heart. These rivers carry more than nutrients. They also transport immune cells, clotting factors, and growth molecules, the tiny messengers that keep the body whole. When circulation is calm, the immune system works with precision. When tension constricts flow, inflammation lingers. That's why relaxation is a physiological skill. It keeps the waterways open, smooth, and clear. You can feel it if you listen closely. A faint warmth spreading from your chest, a slow pulse in your fingertips, a heaviness behind your eyes. That's circulation at work. Healing disguised as comfort. You are not stagnant. You are tidal. Even now, in stillness, thousands of miles of microvessels are carrying a life through you. The ancients spoke of chi and prana, energy moving like wind through the body. Modern science calls it microcirculation and fluid dynamics. Both describe the same truth. Motion is life. Stagnation invites pain. Flow restores ease. So tonight, imagine the rivers within you glowing softly, veins like gentle streams, lymph like silver mist. Each heartbeat releases a ripple of light. Each breath expands the tide. The world outside may sleep, but inside you, oceans are moving. They remember where to go. They always have. And all you must do is let them flow. In every one of your muscle cells, there are tiny furnaces, mitochondria, glowing with invisible fire. These ancient symbionts, once free-living bacteria, became the power plants of our bodies. They take in oxygen and nutrients, and through a series of reactions called the electron transport chain, they release energy as adenosine triphosphate, or ATP. But what's less often said is that they also release light and warmth, the subtle heat of life itself. During sleep and recovery, mitochondria shift from high-output performance to repair and recalibration. Damaged proteins are removed and replaced. New mitochondrial DNA is synthesized, and antioxidant systems like glutathione peroxidase sweep away the residue of daytime effort. Each mitochondrion is a tiny sun, turning the food you've eaten into gentle radiation that keeps your body at the perfect temperature for enzymatic harmony, around 37 degrees Celsius, a number so precise that even small changes can alter the chemistry of healing. Scientists have found that mitochondria communicate with each other through waves of calcium and reactive oxygen molecules, redox signaling. These pulses spread like ripples through the muscle fiber, synchronizing repair across thousands of organelles. When you rest deeply, the pattern becomes rhythmic, almost musical. Under fluorescent microscopy, these calcium waves look like candlelight moving through tissue, soft, golden, steady. Research at the Max Planck Institute suggests that mitochondrial health depends on moments of low stress and deep oxygenation. When the body is calm, mitochondria elongate and fuse, forming vast interconnected networks that share energy more efficiently. Under stress, they fragment, producing more heat but less endurance. This is why relaxation isn't luxury, it's strategy. It allows your cellular suns to merge into constellations, glowing in unison rather than flickering in chaos. Every deep breath you take feeds them. Oxygen binds to cytochrome C oxidase, the last enzyme in the chain, allowing electrons to complete their journey and ATP to form. At that same site, red and near-infrared light can enhance efficiency, the reason sunlight and gentle heat promote recovery. Even in darkness, a trace of that light persists within you, a biophotonic echo of the stars your atoms once belonged to. So tonight, as your muscles rest, imagine millions of tiny embers glowing quietly in every cell. They are not burning out. They are burning through, transforming exhaustion into warmth, fatigue into balance. You are not simply lying still. You are radiating softly, like a galaxy of microscopic suns returning your body to equilibrium. Muscle relaxation is not the opposite of strength. It is its foundation. True power comes from contrast. Contraction balanced by release. When you let go, you're not losing energy. You're redistributing it, giving the nervous system permission to reset its thresholds. Within each muscle, tiny sensors called muscle spindles detect stretch, while Golgi tendon organs monitor tension. Together, they create a feedback loop that informs your spinal cord how much effort is necessary. When you consciously relax, these sensors recalibrate, lowering the default tone that keeps muscles slightly contracted. Scientists call this autogenic inhibition. It's the physiology behind the sigh that feels like relief. In 2019, neurophysiologists at the University of Toronto demonstrated that slow, progressive relaxation reduces activity in the sympathetic nervous system by nearly 30%. Heart rate variability, a measure of resilience, increases. Blood pressure drops. The body shifts into parasympathetic dominance, where digestion, immunity, and repair flourish. It's as if the entire organism exhales. But relaxation is also structural. Fascia, the connective tissue that envelops every muscle, responds to temperature and hydration. When you release tension, fascia unwinds, and hyaluronic acid, its natural lubricant, flows more freely. Under polarized light microscopy, relaxed fascia refracts light differently, forming rainbow patterns that scientists describe as liquid crystalline. Your body, quite literally, shimmers when it lets go. This state changes brain activity too. Electroencephalograms show an increase in alpha and theta waves, the borderlands between wakefulness and dream. In these frequencies, the brain stops commanding and starts listening. It hears the slow rhythm of the heart, the whisper of the breath, and synchronizes. Motor neurons quiet. Cortisol falls. The immune system begins its quiet work. Relaxation isn't passive. It's a deliberate coordination of countless systems agreeing on peace. The brain trusts the body trusts the brain, and together they create the conditions for deep recovery. So as you listen now, let your jaw unclench. Let your tongue rest softly behind your teeth. Feel your shoulders slide a little heavier toward the bed. With every exhale, the architecture of effort dissolves. Beneath the surface, fibers glide back to length. Fascia smooths. Blood slows to its nocturnal rhythm. You are entering the architecture of relaxation, a cathedral built of silence, breath, and patience. Here, strength is not measured in motion, but in surrender. And in that surrender, your body rebuilds its most essential skill, the art of letting go. Beneath your muscles lies a vast and delicate network, the nervous system. a living web of signals and sensations. Every muscle fiber is wrapped in its own electrical language, connected to motor neurons that branch from the spinal cord like roots from a tree. When you decide to move, that impulse begins as a tiny spark in the brain, travels down the spinal highway, and ends as a pulse of calcium within the muscle. But when you rest, that same network doesn't go dark. It changes tone. It begins to whisper instead of shout. At rest, nerve signals slow, creating long, rhythmic intervals of silence between firings. This silence is essential. It's how your nervous system resets its sensitivity. If neurons never paused, muscles would never soften. Neurophysiologists call this downregulation, the recalibration of sensory and motor thresholds that keeps your muscles from remaining perpetually tense. In 2022, researchers at Johns Hopkins mapped how slow breathing patterns affect the vagus nerve, the body's longest parasympathetic pathway. Each exhale sends a pulse through this nerve, reducing heart rate and releasing acetylcholine, a neurotransmitter that quiets both muscles and mind. This single molecule is responsible for the transition from alertness to calm, from tension to release. It's the body's built-in lullaby. Within the muscle itself, specialized nerve endings called muscle spindles sense stretching. When you breathe deeply, those spindles stretch just enough to send soft feedback to the spinal cord, a message that says we are safe. The cord, in turn, inhibits excess tension through the Golgi tendon reflex, gently lowering resistance. This creates a loop of trust. Nerves relax muscles, muscles reassure nerves, and the cycle continues until stillness becomes natural. Neurochemically, rest changes everything. Levels of norepinephrine and glutamate, the drivers of alertness, fall. Serotonin rises, smoothing synaptic transmission. Gamma-aminobutyric acid, or GABA, increases, dampening excess neural chatter. In fMRI scans, the brain's default mode network, the part active during reflection and imagination, lights up, while stress circuits in the amygdala dim. Your body enters a state neuroscientists call parasympathetic dominance, the physiology of safety. It's in this safety that true healing unfolds. Muscles soften, fascia glides, blood vessels widen. The brain's alpha rhythms pulse gently, matching the slow waves of your breath. Even at the microscopic level, nerve cells restock neurotransmitters, rebuild synaptic membranes, and fine-tune their sensitivity. So tonight, imagine that neural web beneath your skin. Millions of tiny filaments glowing faintly, pulsing with peace. They are not asking for effort. They are waiting for permission to quiet. Every breath is that permission. With each exhale, the whispers of the nervous system grow softer, slower, more harmonious. And as they fade, your muscles follow, melting into the same frequency of rest. While the world sleeps, a tide moves through your bloodstream, a hormonal rhythm as old as life itself. These molecules are the messengers of time, telling your muscles when to rebuild, your cells when to divide, your mind when to dream. The body is not random in its chemistry. It follows a perfect lunar-like cycle of light, darkness, and restoration. At the center of this tide lies the hypothalamus, a small but powerful structure deep within the brain. It reads signals from your environment, light, temperature, sound, and sends instructions to the pituitary gland, which governs nearly every hormone in your body. Together, they form the neuroendocrine axis, the silent conductor of healing. When you rest deeply, cortisol, the stress hormone, drops, allowing muscles to shift from breakdown to growth. The adrenal glands quiet, while the pituitary releases growth hormone in waves, especially during the first hours of sleep. At the same time, prolactin levels rise, enhancing immune repair and tissue hydration. Even thyroid hormones slow slightly, conserving energy for recovery instead of activity. This nightly tide also affects insulin sensitivity. As you sleep, glucose metabolism improves. Muscle cells open their receptors wider, allowing sugar to enter more easily. This not only replenishes glycogen stores, but stabilizes blood sugar, reducing inflammation and oxidative stress. It's a self-balancing act of chemistry that no supplement could ever mimic. A system evolved perfectly for renewal through stillness. Scientists at the University of Bristol recently discovered that muscle tissue itself releases myokines, hormone-like molecules that talk back to the brain. Some, like irisin and IL-6, act as feedback signals, telling the hypothalamus to adjust metabolism. Others, like decorin, help regulate collagen formation, strengthening tendons and connective tissue overnight. The conversation is two-way. The brain guides the muscles, and the muscles answer back. Even emotions flow with this hormonal rhythm. Oxytocin, the molecule of connection, rises subtly when you feel safe and warm, helping reduce pain perception and inflammation. It's no coincidence that comfort speeds healing. Safety changes chemistry. So as you breathe quietly, imagine that hormonal tide washing through you. Cortisol receding, growth hormone rising, oxytocin shimmering like moonlight on water. This is the biochemistry of peace, the molecular reflection of stillness. You don't have to manage it. Your body already knows the choreography. Release, rebuild, renew. Every drop of blood carries the memory of that rhythm. Tonight, as you rest, the tide moves again, carrying you toward dawn, carrying you toward balance, carrying you home. Every cell in your muscles breathes light, though not the kind you can see. Oxygen, the element that sustains life, dances with photons at a molecular level, turning invisible energy into motion. In the lungs, oxygen joins hemoglobin, painting your blood a deep crimson. But in the muscles, something more miraculous happens. Oxygen enters the mitochondria, where it meets electrons and gives birth to both water and warmth, a chemical prayer for life. Inside these microscopic powerhouses, the cytochrome CE oxidase enzyme acts as a gatekeeper. It accepts oxygen and in return releases a faint glow, a phenomenon known as biophoton emission. Scientists at Kyoto Prefectural University measured this light at wavelengths between 600 and 900 nanometers, the same gentle red and near-infrared range found in healing lamps and the fading light of dusk. This is no coincidence. The body evolved to use light as a guide for metabolism. During deep rest, blood oxygen saturation remains steady, but the rate of consumption in muscles slows. The extra oxygen doesn't go to waste. It helps neutralize free radicals and supports enzymes that rebuild cellular membranes. The calmer your breath, the more balanced the redox state of your body becomes, a harmony between oxidation and repair. It's not about more oxygen, but about rhythm. The slow tide between inhale and exhale, energy and stillness. In recent years, scientists studying photobiomodulation, the effect of light on tissue recovery, discovered that gentle wavelengths of red and infrared light stimulate cytochrome C oxidase, enhancing ATP production and reducing inflammation. In essence, light fuels the same molecular engine that breath does. That's why sunlight in the morning wakes us, and the amber glow of evening prepares us for rest. Our cells understand color as timing. Even moonlight plays a role. Though faint, it influences melatonin cycles and subtly affects blood flow beneath the skin. The ancients believed moonlight healed wounds. Modern research suggests they weren't entirely wrong. Under dim light, nitric oxide levels rise, relaxing blood vessels and improving oxygen delivery. Your body listens to the sky without you knowing. So tonight, imagine the air you breathe glowing softly. Each oxygen molecule a tiny star entering your bloodstream, carried through capillaries like constellations in motion. When it reaches your muscles, it merges with the internal light already there, feeding the mitochondria that hum quietly in their luminous rhythm. Healing is the art of slow combustion, the union of air and energy without flame. Every breath is a conversation between the outer universe and the inner cosmos, between starlight and muscle fiber. As you inhale, the galaxies enter you. As you exhale, they rest. The same light that formed suns now fuels your peace. Water is the first healer. Long before muscles, bones, or even cells existed, water carried the memory of movement, storing patterns of vibration and temperature. In your body, it still does. Every muscle is 75% water. Every fiber surrounded by a matrix of fluid that listens, conducts, and remembers. Biophysicist Gerald Pollack calls this structured water, a form that arranges itself along cell membranes into layers of charged molecules. This structured water acts like a living battery, storing energy from infrared light and transferring it to nearby proteins. In muscle tissue, it helps conduct signals faster and ensures that contraction and relaxation happen in perfect harmony. When you stretch, breathe, or even think calmly, you alter the geometry of this water. Slow breathing increases negative charge, improving the flow of protons and ions through the fluid lattice. It's as if serenity itself makes the body more conductive. That's why stress feels dry. It literally dehydrates cellular communication, and why calm feels fluid, restoring the currents of health. In 2023, researchers at the University of Zurich discovered that hydration at the cellular level determines not just elasticity, but recovery rate. When muscles are hydrated, microtears heal 30% faster. The reason lies in diffusion. Nutrients and repair enzymes can travel more freely through well-hydrated tissue. It's not about drinking more water alone, but about maintaining equilibrium, giving the body time to absorb, circulate, and settle. Lymphatic flow, too, depends on this inner ocean. When you rest horizontally, gravity no longer pulls fluids downward. The pressure equalizes, allowing water to wash evenly through muscles, carrying away fatigue molecules like lactic acid and hydrogen ions. Each heartbeat becomes a wave, each breath a tide. Water also has its own sound, not audible, but mechanical. Within muscle fibers, the microscopic sloshing of intracellular water generates frequencies that align with low brainwave states, around 4 to 8 hertz, the same theta rhythm that bridges consciousness and sleep. When you are deeply calm, your body and water hum in resonance, creating an environment where enzymes fold correctly and proteins assemble with ease. So as you rest tonight, imagine your muscles as rivers, clear, slow, shimmering beneath the moonlight. Feel the cool current of life moving through you. carrying warmth where it's needed, ease where there was strain. Every drop inside you remembers the oceans it once belonged to, the rains, the tides, the quiet pulse of planets. You are made of water that has traveled through stars and storms, and tonight it finds stillness again, flowing not outward, but inward, returning home. Inside each muscle fiber, there is a quiet garden, a place where molecules bloom, wilt, and bloom again in endless rhythm. After every stretch, every exertion, even after stillness, this garden begins to awaken. Damaged proteins unfold, enzymes gather like gardeners, and repair begins. Scientists call this process protein turnover, a continuous cycle where old components are dismantled and new ones are built. It's the biology of resilience, destruction and creation in perfect partnership. In the first hours of rest, specialized cells called satellite cells, tiny stem cells resting along the muscle fiber, wake up. They sense the chemical signals of fatigue and micro-damage. Within moments, they begin to divide, merge with existing fibers, and donate new nuclei. Each nucleus brings fresh instructions, new blueprints for repair. This is how muscles remember and grow, by expanding their capacity to rebuild. Beneath this cellular choreography lies an orchestra of molecules. The mTOR pathway acts as the conductor, directing the flow of amino acids toward synthesis. Ribosomes, those small, ancient machines of life, work like potters, shaping new proteins from the clay of nutrition. Even when you are asleep, they are busy, assembling actin, myosin, and collagen into precise arrangements, weaving strength back into silence. But for all this to happen smoothly, inflammation must fade. In the early stages of recovery, immune cells flood the muscle to clear debris. Then, macrophages switch from their warrior form to their healer form, releasing anti-inflammatory cytokines like IL-10 and transforming the inner landscape from battle to garden. Blood vessels dilate, carrying in glucose, oxygen, and growth factors. Under the microscope, you can almost see it. A tiny world turning chaos into order, pain into potential. New evidence shows that emotions can alter this chemistry. When you feel safe and content, your parasympathetic nervous system increases nitric oxide production, improving circulation. Conversely, chronic stress tightens blood vessels, starving tissue of oxygen and delaying recovery. The lesson, simple yet profound. Peace heals faster than tension ever could. As you rest now, imagine those cellular gardens inside you, each one glowing softly, each one tending to the small wounds of the day. Every heartbeat sends nutrients through invisible roots. Every breath brings oxygen, the morning dew of life. In a few hours, those fibers will be stronger, more organized, more harmonious than before. Healing isn't loud. It's not a triumph of will. It's the patience of the body remembering how to begin again. You don't have to command it. Just stay still and let the garden grow. Beneath your calm breathing, a slow fire burns, not destructive, but creative. Regeneration is the alchemy of life. Energy transformed into matter, fatigue into restoration. In your muscles, this fire takes the form of oxidative phosphorylation, a dance of electrons inside the mitochondria. Every time you inhale, you feed this flame. Every time you rest, it refines itself into light and warmth. Physiologists describe this as metabolic rebalancing. After the exertions of the day, muscle cells enter a phase of energy conservation. Instead of spending ATP on contraction, they use it to rebuild. Damaged DNA is scanned by repair enzymes like polymerase theta, while mitochondria fuse into networks that share resources more efficiently. The byproducts of metabolism, lactate, hydrogen ions, carbon dioxide, are recycled, becoming fuel for new processes. Nothing is wasted. Heat itself is part of this cycle. Your resting muscles generate around 25% of your body's total warmth. That steady temperature keeps enzymes at their ideal pace, neither rushed nor sluggish. When your hands feel warm beneath the covers, it isn't just comfort. It's biology working in harmony. That gentle heat is the sign of thousands of chemical reactions proceeding quietly, rebuilding tissue atom by atom. Even your bones and connective tissues listen to this rhythm. Growth factors like IGF-1 and VEGF travel through your bloodstream, stimulating capillary formation and collagen synthesis. Under calm conditions, and these signals move with perfect precision. Stress hormones, however, can scatter them like wind disrupting embers. That's why stillness is not passive. It's protection for the sacred chemistry of repair. Regeneration also involves time, cycles within cycles. In a single night, muscles may renew 1% of their protein content. In a week, the balance of enzymes and fibers adjust to reflect your recent movements. In months, entire networks of tissue remodel themselves, becoming stronger, more efficient, more attuned to how you live. The process never truly stops. It only slows when the body forgets how to rest. So as you listen now, imagine that fire burning deep within your cells, steady, gentle, eternal. Each breath stokes it. Each exhale lets it glow without consuming. You are not decaying. You are refining, reshaping, rebuilding. In the ancient language of alchemy, they said gold is born of slow fire. In the language of biology, healing is born of the same. Your body tonight is quietly turning fatigue into strength, weariness into light. You are not only recovering, you are becoming something new. Sleep isn't the absence of effort. It's the body's most intelligent conversation with itself. While the conscious mind drifts away, the deeper layers of the nervous system begin to speak directly to the muscles, not in words, but in waves, in rhythm, in chemistry. This dialogue is what scientists call muscle memory. When you fall asleep, your brain cycles through stages, from light NREM to deep slow-wave sleep, and finally into REM. During these cycles, electrical patterns in the motor cortex replay the same sequences you used during the day. The way you lifted your arm, stretched your leg, took a deep breath. It's the brain rehearsing movement, optimizing neural connections. Each night, this quiet rehearsal sharpens coordination, balance, and strength without you ever moving. At the same time, muscle fibers themselves listen to this rhythm. During deep sleep, growth hormone surges in pulses, particularly during the first 2 90-minute cycles. This hormone doesn't just build muscle, it organizes it. It increases protein synthesis, stimulates collagen production, and accelerates the repair of tendons and fascia. Scientists at the University of Pittsburgh found that even minor sleep deprivation can cut muscle protein synthesis by 18%, proving that rest is not optional, it's a biological law. And yet, what happens isn't only mechanical. The body uses sleep to prioritize harmony. Stress hormones drop, insulin sensitivity improves, and blood flow shifts toward core tissues like the liver and muscles. Meanwhile, the brain's glymphatic system clears metabolic debris, fragments of neurotransmitters, microinflammation, oxidative molecules. making way for a cleaner signal between body and mind. When that channel is clear, motor neurons fire in smoother synchrony. In a way, sleep is the muscle's university, a place of deep learning. What you practice awake, you integrate asleep. The muscle fibers reprogram themselves to adapt to future challenges. The neural pathways that once required effort become effortless. Even pain patterns stored in the nervous system begin to dissolve as brain waves slow and coherence increases between hemispheres. So tonight, think of your rest not as retreat, but as rehearsal, a subtle symphony of renewal. As you breathe slowly, imagine your body whispering to itself in a language older than thought. Each heartbeat delivers a message of balance. Each breath sends a pulse of peace down your spine. By morning, you will not only be rested, you will be recoded, reshaped, and ready to move through life with quiet power. Your muscles are not powered by strength alone. They live by the river of your blood. Through each heartbeat, this river delivers oxygen, glucose, minerals, and warmth, weaving life through billions of cells. But when you rest, the current changes character. It slows, deepens, and begins its quiet work of repair. In physiology, this transition is called microcirculatory optimization. When muscles relax, their surrounding capillaries, those tiny vessels thinner than a strand of hair, open wide. The pressure inside them drops, allowing red blood cells to drift like gentle clouds instead of racing storms. This shift increases oxygen diffusion and allows waste products like carbon dioxide, lactate, and creatinine to leave the tissues. Nitric oxide, produced by the endothelial cells lining those vessels, acts as the invisible conductor of this flow. With each slow exhale, its levels rise, relaxing smooth muscles in the vessel walls. More flow means more healing. It's as if your body knows that stillness, not effort, brings abundance. In 2021, researchers at the Karolinska Institute discovered that rhythmic breathing alone can increase peripheral blood flow by up to 15%, equivalent to a brisk walk. They also noted a curious effect. When subjects imagined warmth in their muscles, thermography showed a measurable temperature increase. The mind doesn't just influence blood flow, it shapes it. Meanwhile, deep within your marrow, new red blood cells are born every second, nearly 2 million per heartbeat. They emerge with fresh hemoglobin, ready to bind oxygen and carry it to the smallest corners of your being. Even as you lie still, your bloodstream is alive with this renewal. The quiet pulse you feel in your wrist is not only rhythm, it's creation. Venous return, the slow current that carries blood back to the heart, depends on muscle relaxation. When you breathe deeply, your diaphragm acts as a pump, drawing blood upward from the legs and abdomen. That's why deep breathing can ease swelling, tension, even headaches. It rebalances the internal tides. So as you rest, imagine your body as a vast landscape of rivers and tributaries, each pulse a wave of light, each exhale a gentle tide returning home. Your blood is not just transport, it's communication. Every molecule carries messages of nourishment, of healing, of peace. Right now, within you, that symphony plays without pause. No effort required, no command needed, only trust. Trust that your heart, this small and steady drum, knows the rhythm of eternity. And tonight, that rhythm is playing just for you. Even in stillness, your body radiates a faint magnetic field, a gentle halo generated by the rhythm of your heartbeat. and the flow of ions through your muscles. This invisible field extends several feet beyond the skin, pulsing softly with each contraction of the cardiac muscle. Physicists call it the biomagnetic field, and though we can't see it, it's measurable. Magnetocardiograms record its delicate waves, a sign that life is not just chemistry, but vibration. Every heartbeat sends charged particles moving through arteries and veins, and according to Maxwell's laws, every moving charge creates a magnetic field. That means your blood flow, your breathing, your very thoughts contribute to a living electromagnetic symphony. The heart is its conductor, producing a field about 100 times stronger electrically and 5,000 times stronger magnetically than the brain's. This energy synchronizes the rest of the body, aligning organ rhythms like instruments tuning to a single, calm note. Researchers at the HeartMath Institute have shown that when we enter coherence, a state of calm, gratitude, or compassion, the electromagnetic field of the heart becomes smooth and ordered. Muscles near the chest begin to relax, breathing deepens, and the brain's alpha waves fall into rhythm with the heartbeat. This synchronization improves efficiency throughout the body. Oxygen is used more effectively, blood pressure stabilizes, and muscle tension declines. Healing becomes harmonic. The field doesn't stop at the skin. Studies using superconducting quantum interference devices, SQUIDs, have measured magnetic signals from the human heart several feet away. These fields interact subtly with the nervous system, influencing both body and mind. When two people sit quietly together, their heart rhythms can entrain, syncing into matching patterns. This resonance is why presence itself can be healing. It's why calm people calm others without words. Your muscles feel this too. Every fiber has its own electric potential. When they relax, the charge between inside and outside equalizes, producing small fluctuations in the magnetic field. When you exhale slowly, those microcurrents align, reinforcing the heart's rhythm. It's an internal alignment, a magnetic meditation happening automatically. Right now, as you breathe, your field is shifting toward harmony. The chaos of the day, the scattered pulses of stress, begin to smooth. Each breath lowers electrical noise, increases coherence, and deepens peace. You are literally radiating calm into space. So imagine, for a moment, your body surrounded by light, not bright, but warm and steady. Each heartbeat sends a wave through that light, like ripples in a gentle pond. This is not imagination. It is physics, biology, and serenity interwoven. You are not separate from the universe's magnetism. You are part of its pulse, its rhythm, its field. And tonight, that field is healing you back. Time does not move the same way inside you as it does outside. Beneath your skin, every cell keeps its own clock, a molecular metronome ticking in cycles of light, dark, energy, and rest. This is the circadian rhythm, the deep internal day that guides every heartbeat, every hormone, every pulse of repair. Within muscle cells, a set of genes, clock, BMAL1, PER, and Curie, form a feedback loop that oscillates roughly every 24 hours. These genes tell the cell when to use energy and when to rebuild it. During daylight, they promote metabolism and strength. At night, they switch to regeneration, repairing DNA, clearing waste, and replenishing protein stores. Even if you never saw the sun, this rhythm would continue, shaped by the inheritance of countless generations who lived by dawn and dusk. In 2017, Nobel laureates Jeffrey Hall, Michael Rosbash, and Michael Young proved that every tissue, heart, liver, muscle, has its own clock synchronized by the master pacemaker in the brain's suprachiasmatic nucleus. But the muscle's clock has a special role. It dictates when energy is stored as glycogen and when it's released as fuel. This timing ensures that you wake with strength and sleep with healing. When circadian rhythm is stable, muscle performance and recovery improve dramatically. In one study from the University of California, researchers found that people who maintained consistent sleep schedules had 30% faster muscle repair and less soreness than those with irregular rhythms. The difference wasn't in nutrition or exercise, it was in timing. Cells heal best when they know what time it is. Light and darkness guide this process. Exposure to daylight resets your internal clock, while darkness triggers melatonin release. But there's another synchronizer: breath. Slow, rhythmic breathing activates the vagus nerve, which communicates directly with the hypothalamus, the brain's timekeeper. In this way, calm breathing becomes a biological clock signal, telling every muscle cell, "It's night now, it's safe to restore." You can feel it if you pay attention. As you relax, time seems to slow. Your perception stretches. That isn't imagination, it's physiology. The brain's alpha and theta waves lengthen and subjective time expands. Healing takes place in that expansion, not in the ticking of seconds, but in the spaciousness of stillness. So tonight, let go of the outside clock. Let your body return to its own lunar rhythm. Imagine your cells glowing like small lanterns, each one counting its own quiet seconds in light and dark. You are not late. You are not early. You are precisely where you need to be in the rhythm of repair. The night will move without hurry, and your body will follow its ancient timing toward balance, strength, and dawn. Your muscles do not move on their own. They are guided by an intricate conversation between neurons, chemicals, and electric fields that flows continuously between your brain and body. Even when you sleep, that conversation continues, reshaping itself through neuroplasticity, the ability of the nervous system to adapt, refine, and heal. Every thought, every breath, every slow motion begins as a whisper in the motor cortex, where billions of neurons fire in patterns like constellations of light. These signals descend through the spinal cord in perfectly timed sequences, reaching motor neurons that connect directly to muscle fibers. But it's not a one-way command. Every movement sends sensory feedback back to the brain through proprioceptors, pressure sensors, and stretch receptors. The result is a loop of understanding, a biological duet between thought and motion. During deep rest, this loop doesn't stop. It replays, rewires, and strengthens. In sleep studies, scientists have seen bursts of synchronized activity called sleep spindles in the motor cortex. These bursts represent the consolidation of muscle memory, the encoding of movement efficiency into long-term circuits. It's why pianists, athletes, and dancers improve not while practicing, but while sleeping. Muscles learn in silence. Biochemically, this harmony is supported by neurotrophic factors, molecules like BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor, and NGF, nerve growth factor. These compounds, released by both neurons and muscle cells, promote repair and new synapse formation. Interestingly, gentle physical activity during the day increases their production, while deep sleep distributes them, allowing growth across both systems. You move to create. You rest to integrate. The brain and muscles also share a common rhythm. When your heart rate slows, alpha waves in your cortex synchronize with that tempo. When your breathing steadies, the vagus nerve carries that calm signal into the limbic system, quieting emotion and promoting focus. It's a biological empathy, every system listening and mirroring the other. And beneath all this is communication through the fascia, the connective tissue that links muscle to nerve endings, organ to organ, even thought to posture. Modern research in biotensegrity suggests that tension and emotion travel through fascia like currents, meaning a single breath of release in the body can ease the mind, and a single kind thought can soften the body. So tonight, feel that harmony, the invisible duet between your thoughts and your muscles. The body isn't the instrument and the mind the player. They are the same melody, one expressed as motion, the other as awareness. As you rest, let them align again, returning to a single quiet note, the sound of being whole. Beneath your skin, weaving through every muscle and organ, lies a hidden universe of silk, fascia. Once dismissed as inert wrapping, scientists now know it is alive. A dynamic, fluid, responsive network that holds your shape and transmits sensation faster than nerves can signal. It is the body's great communicator, the physical web that connects everything to everything else. Under magnification, fascia looks like a shining cobweb, threads of collagen and elastin bathed in viscous fluid. When you move, these fibers glide over each other, reducing friction and distributing force. When you rest, fascia rehydrates, absorbing interstitial fluid like a sponge, restoring elasticity. The night is its restoration time. In 2018, researchers at Harvard's Wyss Institute discovered that fascia contains mechanoreceptors, sensors that detect stretch, pressure, and vibration. These receptors send continuous feedback to the brain about posture, alignment, and safety. When fascia stiffens from stress or inactivity, these signals become distorted, leading to tension and pain. But through slow breathing, warmth, and sleep, fascia regains its fluidity. The fibers unwind, the receptors reset, and the brain once again feels safe within its body. Fascia also carries electrical charge. Because it's rich in collagen and water, it behaves like a semiconductor, conducting tiny ionic currents. This means the body's bioelectric field travels not just through nerves, but through fascia itself. Every slow movement, every stretch, alters this field, influencing healing at a cellular level. Traditional Eastern medicine described this long ago as the flow of qi. Modern science now calls it piezoelectricity, the conversion of mechanical pressure into electric energy. When you breathe deeply, fascia expands with the diaphragm, creating waves that travel through the entire body. These waves coordinate muscle tone, heart rhythm, and even cerebrospinal fluid flow. It's a whole body resonance, a symphony of tissue, breath, and current. As you lie still tonight, your fascia is at work. It's redistributing tension, balancing hydration, and restoring electrical harmony. It listens to your stillness like soil listens to rain. Imagine this web glowing faintly beneath your skin, threads of light connecting every cell. Each breath sends a ripple through it, smoothing wrinkles, releasing memories, aligning you from within. Fascia remembers every posture you've ever held, not to punish, but to learn. And as you rest, it unlearns what it no longer needs, replacing rigidity with grace. You are not separate pieces stitched together. You are a single, continuous being. The fascia is the story of your wholeness. Tonight, that story is being rewritten in silk and quiet light. Inside every muscle, trillions of microscopic workers are already awake. Enzymes, the tiny catalysts that make life possible. They never sleep, never hesitate, never guess. Each one knows exactly what to do, fitting molecule to molecule with the precision of a key entering a lock. While you rest, these silent chemists rebuild you atom by atom, transforming exhaustion into renewal. In muscle tissue, some of the most important of these are creatine kinase, lactate dehydrogenase, and ATP synthase. By day, they power contraction, converting fuel into motion. By night, they reverse direction, restoring energy reserves and clearing the byproducts of effort. Lactate, often mistaken for waste, is recycled into glucose by the Cori cycle, a beautiful act of biochemical thrift. Nothing is wasted. Everything becomes part of the rhythm of recovery. Enzymes are also the caretakers of structure. Collagenase and elastase trim and remodel connective tissue, keeping fascia supple. Superoxide, dismutase, and catalase neutralize free radicals before they can damage delicate membranes. DNA polymerases patrol the genetic code, correcting small errors from the day's stress. This is what science calls homeostatic repair, the constant balancing act that keeps your body in perfect working order without your awareness. Temperature and calmness make them thrive. At rest, the body's core temperature lowers slightly, optimizing enzyme activity. Stress hormones like cortisol inhibit their work, but when parasympathetic calm returns, enzyme efficiency increases dramatically. That's why recovery doesn't come from mere inactivity. It comes from relaxation. Every enzyme works in microseconds, yet together they form a symphony that lasts all night. Under the microscope, they shimmer and dart, carrying small molecules like stars being passed hand to hand. They are the artisans of your biology, invisible but tireless. Recent studies in enzymology reveal something poetic. Enzymes often vibrate in quantum rhythms, moving faster than classical physics predicts. They tunnel through energy barriers, behaving like music rather than machinery. That means your healing, at its deepest level, isn't mechanical at all. It's vibrational. So as you rest tonight, imagine this invisible orchestra tuning within you. Each enzyme is a note, each cell a chord, each heartbeat the metronome of creation. They don't need your instruction. They already know the melody. All you must do is listen inward, feel the faint hum beneath your skin, and trust that chemistry, ancient, sacred, and precise, is working perfectly in your favor. Your muscles are not idle. They are singing quietly, transforming effort into ease, fatigue into harmony, one molecular song at a time. Healing muscles means more than rebuilding fibers. It means protecting them. Each night, while you sleep, your immune system patrols the landscape of your body, like moonlight moving through a forest, calm but vigilant. This is not a war zone. It's a peacekeeping mission. White blood cells, the leukocytes, travel through the bloodstream and tissue, guided by chemical signals known as cytokines. During rest, their focus shifts from defense to restoration. Macrophages, the great recyclers, engulf fragments of damaged cells, breaking them down into reusable parts. They release anti-inflammatory molecules like IL-10 and TGF-beta, turning tension into balance. Meanwhile, natural killer cells and T cells slow their activity, allowing growth hormones to dominate the night. This decrease in immune aggression prevents unnecessary inflammation, the body's way of saying it's time to heal, not fight. The thymus gland, long thought to fade with age, still pulses quietly, training new immune cells even as you dream. Your muscles communicate directly with this system. They release myokines, small messenger proteins that tell immune cells where to go and what to do. One of them, IL-6, has two faces: pro-inflammatory during exercise, anti-inflammatory during recovery. This duality is the essence of healing, not the absence of conflict, but the restoration of balance. Scientists at the University of Melbourne found that people who sleep deeply after exercise show a 30% increase in anti-inflammatory cytokines the following morning. The body literally talks itself into peace. And as inflammation fades, muscle fibers knit together, their strength returning, their memory intact. The lymphatic system assists silently, flushing away cellular debris through a network of channels that move with every heartbeat and breath. When you exhale slowly, the diaphragm compresses lymph vessels, helping the system drain. It's the body's gentle cleansing tide, an ocean beneath the skin. So as you rest now, imagine those immune guardians moving through you, not soldiers, but caretakers, sweeping the night clean. Their lanterns glow softly in every tissue, inspecting, repairing, reassuring. Your body is not battling itself, it's tending to its home. The fatigue you feel is not failure, it's conversation. Every ache is the whisper of the immune system saying, "We are here, we are working. Rest now, and we will finish the song." Tonight, as you drift, let them work in peace. Your only task is to trust the intelligence that has guarded life since its beginning. The body heals not by command, but by allowing. And right now, it's doing exactly that. If you could shrink yourself down and listen to your body at the microscopic level, you would not hear silence. You would hear music, the faint, rhythmic vibration of life. Every muscle cell hums with its own frequency. Every heartbeat sends out a drumbeat of ions. Every molecule resonates with a sound too subtle for the ear, but powerful enough to shape form. This is not poetry alone. It is physics. Scientists studying sonocytology, the science of cellular sound, have recorded living cells producing nanoscale vibrations as they grow and divide. Using atomic force microscopes, they discovered that each type of cell has a unique tone. Muscle cells emit a slow pulsing rhythm like the beat of a distant drum, while neurons sing in higher oscillations, a chorus of electricity and light. Together, they form the orchestra that is you. When muscles repair during rest, this inner music changes key. The vibrations slow, becoming more coherent. Damaged fibers resonate in chaotic frequencies, but as healing progresses, the tones align, forming patterns of harmony. It's as though recovery itself is a song, one that brings every cell back into tune. In 2020, a team at MIT found that proteins fold faster and more accurately when exposed to gentle sound frequencies between 20 and 100 hertz, the same range as the body's own internal vibrations. Sound doesn't just soothe the mind, it organizes matter. Your breath, heart, and voice all emit frequencies that influence how your cells behave. The lullabies of the body are not metaphor. They are mechanical truth. When you breathe slowly, your diaphragm moves like a bow across a string. The air resonates through your ribcage, spine, and musculature, creating standing waves of pressure that your cells feel. This may be why humming, chanting, or even soft sighing brings calm. The vibrations align your internal music with the rhythm of safety. Right now, as you lie still, your muscles are tuning themselves to that frequency. The heartbeat sets the tempo. The breath provides the melody. The faint electromagnetic field adds harmony. You are not a passive listener. You are the instrument. Imagine your cells glowing softly with sound. Imagine their tiny rhythms blending into one slow, peaceful chord. That's what deep recovery feels like, when all the microscopic instruments play as one. And as this cellular symphony plays, fatigue dissolves, tension unwinds, and healing becomes inevitable. Tonight, the music continues, inaudible, eternal, and yours. Every muscle in your body lives between two forces, tension and release. This balance defines movement, posture, and even emotion. Too much tension and fibers tighten. Blood flow constricts. Pain arises. Too much release, and stability fades. The miracle of the body is not choosing one or the other. It's learning how to dance between them. Inside each muscle fiber, sarcomeres, the basic units of contraction, slide past one another like accordion folds. When they shorten, tension forms. When they lengthen, release returns. This cycle repeats millions of times a day, an endless negotiation between effort and rest. But the same principle governs healing. After physical or emotional strain, muscle tone rises, fascia stiffens, and the body forgets how to let go. The nervous system stays on guard, waiting for threat. Rest restores this equilibrium by teaching the brain that the danger has passed. Through slow breathing and stillness, muscle spindle reflexes reset, allowing the fibers to elongate safely again. Researchers at the University of Colorado found that mindfulness and slow body awareness exercises lower the baseline tone of skeletal muscles by up to 35%, improving circulation and reducing microtears. They concluded that awareness itself, not stretching, not movement, restores muscle elasticity. Conscious relaxation literally changes physiology. There's also a deeper layer, emotion. Tension and release don't only happen in flesh, they happen in feeling. When you hold fear, grief, or anger, muscles subtly contract, especially in the jaw, shoulders, and diaphragm. When you exhale slowly or allow tears to come, those same muscles release, sending signals of safety back to the brain. In that feedback, body and emotion reconcile. Ancient healing arts describe this as yin and yang, the eternal rhythm of contraction and surrender. Modern science measures it in heart rate variability, the alternating beat between acceleration and rest that marks resilience. High variability means your body can flex between stress and calm with grace. Low variability means it's stuck in tension. Tonight, your variability is rising. Each slow exhale tells your body it can soften. Each inhale brings just enough tone to keep form. You are finding the midpoint, the sacred balance where strength and surrender coexist. So as you lie here, feel your body's quiet rhythm of give and receive. The heartbeat presses forward, the breath flows back, the muscles hold, then melt. The mind releases, then trusts. Healing is not the end of tension. It's the rediscovery of rhythm. And right now, that rhythm is perfect. Inside every muscle cell, there is light. Not metaphorical light, but real photons. Scientists call it ultra-weak bioluminescence, or biophoton emission. These faint glows, emitted by mitochondria as they process oxygen and energy, are so subtle that only the most sensitive detectors can perceive them. Yet they are constant, flickering with the rhythm of metabolism, pulsing in time with the breath and heartbeat. When the body is stressed, the pattern of this light becomes chaotic. Photons scatter, frequencies clash, coherence breaks. But during rest, as parasympathetic calm spreads through your system, the biophotons synchronize again. In that coherence, the body communicates through light, orchestrating healing at speeds faster than chemistry alone could allow. In 2022, a team at Kyoto University confirmed that living tissues use light signaling to regulate oxidative stress. Mitochondria emit more photons during repair, guiding nearby cells to respond in harmony. The more coherent the emission, the more efficient the healing. Your muscles, in other words, heal by glowing together, an invisible aurora beneath your skin. This light is not foreign to you, it's ancient. The hydrogen atoms in your muscles were born in the hearts of stars, billions of years ago. The photons that fuel your cells are the same ones that once illuminated cosmic dust clouds. Every heartbeat, every breath, is a small act of stellar remembrance. When you sleep deeply, melatonin, the darkness hormone, doesn't just induce rest. It also protects this light, absorbing stray radicals that could scatter it. It's a guardian of inner radiance. That's why true rest feels luminous, as if calm itself glows from within. So imagine it now, the muscles of your body shimmering faintly in the dark, each fiber a filament of starlight. The glow is soft, like candlelight underwater. It moves with your breath, expanding with the inhale, settling with the exhale. This light is your body's original language. It speaks of safety, of balance, of time returning to stillness. You don't need to see it to know it's real. You can feel it. That subtle warmth, that quiet vitality humming beneath fatigue. Healing isn't a miracle that visits from outside. It's the rekindling of this ancient glow inside every cell. Tonight, as you drift, you are glowing quietly. A constellation of renewal hidden beneath skin and silence. Gravity, the invisible hand that pulls everything downward, is both your burden and your ally. Every step, every motion, every effort you've made against it has strengthened your muscles. And now, as you lie still, gravity continues its work, not of resistance, but of realignment. The human body is built to balance in gravity's embrace. Ligaments stretch, bones bear load, fluids flow downward, fascia slides along planes of pressure. During waking hours, your posture and movement create asymmetries, small compressions, subtle tensions, the invisible costs of upright life. But when you rest, gravity changes from stress to therapy. The horizontal posture redistributes weight. Blood returns to the heart with less effort. Muscles lengthen under their own softness. In microgravity experiments aboard the International Space Station, astronauts lose muscle tone rapidly, not because of weakness, but because gravity's constant whisper is missing. Here on Earth, that whisper never stops. Even in stillness, The gentle downward pull provides just enough stimulus to maintain structure, reminding your tissues of balance. At night, this relationship deepens. Your spinal discs rehydrate, absorbing fluid that gravity squeezed out during the day. The spaces between your vertebrae widen slightly. You literally become taller in your sleep. Blood pools evenly through muscle tissue, easing the pressure points that once bore your weight. It's as if the planet itself is holding you, saying, "You can let go now. I've got you." Researchers studying orthostatic recovery, how the body responds to rest after standing, have found that a single night of lying down can restore 80% of the muscle perfusion lost to gravity during the day. Even the lymphatic system, which depends on movement to circulate, benefits from the diaphragm's rhythmic rise and fall. Each breath becomes a gentle gravitational massage. Emotionally, gravity also helps you heal. To feel grounded, literally and metaphorically, is to feel safe. The nervous system interprets contact with solid ground as security. It slows heart rate, steadies cortisol levels, and anchors the wandering mind. In trauma recovery, therapists often guide patients to reconnect with the sensation of weight, the comfort of gravity's embrace. So as you lie here, feel the weight of your body not as heaviness, but as belonging. The earth is cradling you, pulling you back into its steady rhythm. You are not falling, you are settling. Every muscle is yielding to the planet's pull. Every joint is sighing back into place. Healing doesn't only rise from within. Sometimes it descends. The slow, loving gravity that reminds every cell, you are home now. Peace has its own chemistry. When you rest, your body shifts from the quicksilver of stress to the golden fluidity of calm. Inside your bloodstream, levels of cortisol and adrenaline begin to drop, while molecules of restoration rise: serotonin, oxytocin, dopamine, GABA, and endorphins. Together, they form a tranquil orchestra, tuning every cell toward balance. Serotonin, often called the happiness molecule, stabilizes mood, but also regulates muscle tone. It quiets hyperactive neurons and smooths the signals between brain and muscle. Oxytocin, the hormone of trust, relaxes blood vessels and fascia, deepening the sense of physical safety. Dopamine resets motivation, telling your body that recovery is rewarding. GABA, gamma-aminobutyric acid, slows nerve firing, quieting muscle reflexes and turning tension into stillness. And endorphins, the body's natural opiates, bind to pain receptors, replacing sharpness with warmth. This chemical cascade is more than comfort. It's healing at the molecular level. As stress hormones recede, inflammation markers like CRP and IL-6 decline, making way for enzymes that rebuild tissue. Blood sugar stabilizes, immune function strengthens, and the mind begins to wander through alpha and theta waves, the frequencies of creativity and repair. In 2020, neuroscientists at the University of Vienna demonstrated that calm breathing at 6 breaths per minute optimizes vagal tone, which in turn elevates GABA production in the brain. They called it neurochemical coherence, the alignment between body chemistry and emotional state. It's why deep, steady breathing feels medicinal. You are literally adjusting your internal cocktail toward peace. Even touch participates in this chemistry. When skin meets surface, a blanket, a bed, another human hand, pressure receptors in the skin send signals through the spinal cord to release oxytocin. The body translates softness into safety. That safety lowers cortisol even further, closing the loop. Calm becomes self-sustaining. As you rest now, these molecules are at work, invisible, precise, gentle. Your muscles are bathing in their chemistry. Every exhale invites more serotonin. Every heartbeat circulates a little more oxytocin. Within minutes, the body's inner weather changes from storm to still lake. So breathe slowly. Feel the warmth spreading outward, across your shoulders, your arms, your chest. You are not imagining it. This is the physics of peace, the biology of letting go. Your calm is chemical, electrical, and eternal. The natural state your body has always known how to return to. Sleep is not a fall. It's a descent through carefully designed layers, a slow spiral into healing. The body doesn't simply shut off. It travels through a sequence of transformations, each one with its own purpose, chemistry, and rhythm. The first stage, light sleep, is a doorway. Brain waves slow from beta to alpha. Muscles relax. Heart rate steadies. This is the moment your mind begins to drift, no longer anchored by thought. Next comes stage 2, when your body temperature drops slightly and sleep spindles appear. Bursts of activity that protect your rest from external noise. Here, memory and muscle coordination start to consolidate. Then you enter slow wave sleep, deep delta wave immersion. Growth hormone surges, tissues rebuild, and immune cells patrol. This is where true recovery happens. Blood flow to the brain decreases as circulation redirects to muscles and organs. The heart beats slower, more powerfully, like a calm drum echoing through a forest. Every pulse delivers repair. Finally, you rise into REM sleep, paradoxical sleep, when the brain becomes active again, almost as if awake. Eyes move beneath the lids, and the mind begins to dream. In this phase, the brain replays emotional experiences, filing them, resolving them. It is both therapist and storyteller, teaching peace through imagery. Muscles, meanwhile, enter atonia, a state of near paralysis, so the dream can unfold without movement. These stages repeat through the night in roughly 90-minute cycles, like ocean waves. The first cycles are deeper, heavier, physical. The later ones are lighter, emotional, and cognitive. Together, they balance body and mind, repair and meaning. Neuroscientists at Stanford have shown that even brief awakenings between cycles are normal. They allow the brain to assess safety. When it confirms calm, you slip back effortlessly. The rhythm is ancient, encoded in your DNA from ancestors who slept under stars. So tonight, as you drift through these layers, imagine descending through soft light, from thought to silence, from surface to depth. Let each stage carry you further inward, where muscle, heart, and mind meet in perfect symmetry. Sleep is not the end of the day. It's the architecture of rebirth. By morning, every cell will have rebuilt a little more of you. The body will remember how to stand in balance again. The mind will remember peace, and beneath it all, the quiet heartbeat of the earth will keep time. Inside you, an ocean moves, crimson, endless, rhythmic. Each heartbeat sends waves of life surging through arteries and capillaries, carrying oxygen to every corner of your being. Each breath stirs this inner tide, infusing your bloodstream with fresh energy and releasing what the body no longer needs. This partnership between heart and lungs is older than thought, older even than sleep. It is the elemental dance that keeps you alive, every moment of your life. Your blood is not just fluid, it's an ecosystem. Within it swim red cells, small discs carrying hemoglobin, each one binding 4 molecules of oxygen. With every inhale, millions of these molecules hitch a ride, traveling through vessels only microns wide to reach your muscles. There, oxygen slips free and enters the mitochondria, tiny furnaces that transform it into warmth and ATP, the spark of motion. What remains, carbon dioxide, drifts back into the bloodstream to be exhaled, a perfect circle of giving and receiving. When you rest, this ocean slows, deepens, and quiets. The heart beats less often but more efficiently. The breath lengthens. The body's need for oxygen drops, yet each cell receives more because the delivery system becomes more deliberate. Nitric oxide, produced in the sinuses during nasal breathing, dilates blood vessels, improving flow and oxygen uptake. This is why slow, quiet breathing feels like nourishment. You are literally oxygenating more deeply. At the same time, your blood carries away the echoes of effort, lactic acid, heat, microinflammation. In the muscles, capillaries widen and lymphatic vessels open, allowing waste to drift into the bloodstream, where the liver and the kidneys filter it. It's a silent cleansing, a tide washing the shores of your body each night. Biologists once believed blood was just transport, but now we know it also communicates. Each cell, each tissue, releases messengers, cytokines, hormones, peptides into the current. Through this river, your body speaks to itself. When you rest, the messages change tone. Calm now, rebuild, restore. The chemistry of effort becomes the poetry of repair. Even the sound of your pulse carries meaning. Researchers at the University of Sussex recorded the infrasound produced by human circulation, vibrations below hearing that nonetheless resonate through the body. These low frequencies can entrain brain waves, aligning them with the heart's rhythm. That's why you can fall asleep to your own heartbeat. It's the sound of coherence, of everything moving together. Imagine this now. Beneath your skin, a vast tide flows. The red river carries warmth, nutrients, and light. With each exhale, the waves retreat. With each inhale, they rise again. The muscles drink deeply from it. The heart steers it, and the lungs keep its rhythm. You are a walking ocean, balanced between motion and stillness, breath and blood. And tonight, that ocean is calm, its current steady, its surface smooth. Every heartbeat, a wave. Every breath, a tide. Every moment, another reminder that life, at its core, is circulation. Constant, quiet, infinite. The body is an orchestra, and hormones are its instruments. Invisible notes shaping emotion, energy, and recovery. Yet their timing, their rise and fall, is not random. It follows the rhythm of the cosmos itself. Melatonin, secreted in darkness, peaks near midnight. Cortisol, the awakening hormone, rises with dawn. Growth hormone surges in slow-wave sleep, while prolactin and thyroid hormones flow with the phases of rest. These patterns are the circadian symphony, the body's echo of the planet's spin. At the center of this rhythm lies the hypothalamus, that small but mighty conductor nestled deep within the brain. It receives information from light-sensitive cells in the retina, from signals of hunger, temperature, and even emotion. It communicates with the pituitary gland, which in turn directs the entire endocrine orchestra: thyroid, adrenals, gonads, pancreas. Each plays its part in keeping the body balanced. But here's what's beautiful. These hormonal cycles are not rigid. They are responsive, like jazz. The pituitary adjusts growth hormone output based on muscle strain. The adrenals release cortisol in gentle pulses to match psychological demand. Oxytocin rises in the presence of trust and connection. The chemistry of the body listens to the music of experience. During rest, the tempo slows. Melatonin opens the gateway to healing by silencing oxidative stress. Growth hormone peaks in darkness, commanding muscle cells to rebuild. Testosterone and estrogen modulate protein synthesis and cellular hydration, keeping tissues elastic. Even the gut joins the performance, releasing leptin and ghrelin to balance appetite for the day ahead. The body is not sleeping, it's composing. In 2019, chronobiologists at the University of Surrey found that hormonal rhythms align with cosmic cycles beyond the 24-hour day. Subtle lunar and magnetic influences that shift melatonin and serotonin levels. It's as if your inner tides still remember the moon. You are, quite literally, tuned to the stars. The iron in your blood, forged in supernovas, responds to Earth's magnetic field. The calcium in your bones vibrates faintly with solar radiation. Even your circadian rhythm, the pulse of your biochemistry, syncs to the rotation of the planet. Your muscles don't just heal in isolation. They heal in concert with the cosmos that built them. So as you rest under the same sky that guides the tides, remember that the rhythm of your hormones is the rhythm of the earth itself. You are not separate from the universe's music. You are part of its melody. Tonight, the stars are conducting your recovery. The moon adjusts your melatonin. The earth's rotation marks the tempo. You are being played gently by the cosmos, the most peaceful symphony of all. Deep beneath the quiet rhythm of your breathing and heartbeat, there's another pulse. Slower, subtler, almost secret. It's the pulse of regeneration. You won't feel it with your hands, but your cells do. It beats not in seconds, but in hours. A cycle of repair, replacement, and renewal that governs your body's invisible rebirth each night. Scientists call it the ultradian rhythm, a pattern of biological activity that repeats several times throughout the day and night, typically every 90 to 120 minutes. While you sleep, these cycles orchestrate waves of healing. During the first half of the night, growth hormone dominates, mending muscle tissue, repairing microtears, and restoring glycogen. Later in the night, another wave arrives, driven by cortisol's gentle rise toward dawn, preparing your body to wake, stretching metabolism from recovery to readiness. Every muscle cell is part of this clockwork. Within its walls, organelles move, genes switch on and off, proteins assemble, and membranes rebuild. Mitochondria regenerate their cristae, the tiny folds that produce energy, while lysosomes clean out cellular debris. This is your internal dawn and dusk, occurring many times before the sun rises. It's not only about repair. Regeneration is also intelligence. As you sleep, your body rewrites instructions for tomorrow. RNA molecules, the messengers of genes, are updated with information gathered during the day. If you trained hard, they carry signals to strengthen fibers. If you rested, they focus on metabolic balance. Your DNA listens, learns, and adjusts. You wake not as the same person who fell asleep, but as a slightly newer version, refined, optimized, more in tune with the equilibrium. Recent research from the University of Cambridge revealed that stem cells in muscles follow their own ultradian rhythm, dividing and differentiating in timed bursts. Each burst produces fresh cells that replace the fatigued ones, ensuring your body never truly ages in a linear way. Instead, it's constantly renewing, moment by moment. Even your perception of fatigue and energy follows these hidden waves. You are meant to ebb and flow, not run endlessly. Modern life often drowns out this pulse, but tonight you are aligned with it again. Every 90 minutes, your internal tide will rise and fall, a perfect symmetry between silence and creation. Imagine it now. Within you, a million tiny worlds breathing together, repairers and builders, weavers and healers, working in rhythm. Each cell pulses like a candle in the dark, glowing and dimming in cycles of care. This is your hidden heartbeat, slower than the heart, deeper than thought, the quiet pulse of becoming whole again. You don't have to find it. You are already inside it. Regeneration is not something you must summon. It's the song your body sings naturally, every night, without fail. There is a structure to peace, a geometry to rest. Even silence has shape. When your body lies still, your joints align, your muscles loosen, and your spine curves into its natural arc. Beneath that physical posture, a deeper geometry unfolds, the alignment of breath, rhythm, and gravity into symmetry. Physicists call it tensegrity, a balance between tension and compression that allows complex structures to hold their form. Your body embodies this principle perfectly. Muscles pull, bones resist, fascia distributes force. In stillness, that system reorganizes. Tiny adjustments ripple through connective tissue, resetting how you hold yourself against the world. This is how posture heals. Not through stretching alone, but through surrendering to perfect balance. Under MRI, researchers at the University of Washington observed that during deep rest, muscle fibers subtly elongate by fractions of a millimeter as tone decreases. Fascia glides more freely. Even intervertebral discs expand slightly, absorbing fluid. It's as though the body takes inventory, checking every line and curve, whispering, "Yes, this is how we are meant to be arranged." But this geometry isn't purely mechanical. The brain senses alignment through proprioception, the sixth sense of position. When posture and gravity harmonize, neural activity in the parietal cortex slows. The mind interprets this as serenity. The body, finally symmetrical, tells the brain, "We are safe." Breath deepens this architecture. Each inhale lifts the spine microscopically, expanding intercostal spaces like the petals of a flower. Each exhale allows everything to settle, ribs lowering, shoulders softening, hips grounding. Over time, the breath sculpts an invisible cathedral of rhythm around you, a geometry built of air and patience. Even at the cellular level, this order persists. Microtubules within cells, the scaffolding of life, align with electromagnetic fields generated by the heart and earth. Under conditions of deep calm, they oscillate coherently, transmitting signals efficiently. Stillness literally brings order to the smallest architecture of being. Imagine looking at yourself from above, your body arranged like a constellation of perfect proportion, breath flowing evenly, pulse slow and round. You are both form and harmony, structure and surrender. The geometry of stillness is not rigid. It's living architecture, built from balance and breath. So tonight, lie as you are. The earth beneath you is the foundation. Gravity, the architect, breath, the builder. Every moment of stillness reshapes you into what you were always meant to be: aligned, symmetrical, whole. This is not just rest, it's design. And in that design, you rediscover the beauty of being perfectly placed within yourself. If you could see yourself with eyes that detect light instead of shape, you would appear as a constellation, a body drawn not in flesh and shadow, but in countless points of bioluminescence. Each organ, each muscle, each nerve emits its own subtle glow, creating a living map that scientists are only beginning to glimpse. The human body radiates ultra-weak photons at an average of a few hundred per second per square centimeter. These emissions fluctuate rhythmically throughout the day, brightest around the face and chest, dimmest during deep night when melatonin peaks. Researchers at Kyoto University found that these faint glows are not random. They follow the circadian rhythm of metabolism. When you heal, the pattern of light changes. Areas of inflammation shine brighter, then fade as balance returns. This luminous map reflects your internal harmony. Mitochondria, the cell's powerhouses, release light during oxidative phosphorylation. DNA itself, coiled like a galaxy, emits photons during replication and repair. When the body rests, coherence increases. The light waves align like synchronized fireflies. Quantum biologists now believe this coherence guides cellular communication faster than chemical diffusion ever could. Healing, in this view, is the restoration of light patterns, the reweaving of the body's internal constellations. Ancient traditions sensed this long before technology confirmed it. They spoke of auras, chi, and prana, invisible radiance flowing through channels of vitality. Modern science now recognizes the same energy in a different language: bioelectromagnetism, cellular resonance, and photon coupling. Both describe the same truth, that you are not solid, but luminous, your body a slow form of light. As you rest tonight, that light reorganizes itself. In the quiet of sleep, each pulse of your heart emits a wave that travels through this inner field, smoothing disturbances, repairing gaps. The nervous system's currents and the heart's magnetism act as guides, reminding every cell of its position in the grand pattern. Imagine this map glowing beneath your skin. Soft amber light along the ribs, cool blue around the spine, golden warmth in the chest. Each muscle fiber twinkles faintly like starlight reflected in water. You are the night sky turned inward, a galaxy made of memory and breath. When you breathe in, the map brightens. When you exhale, it softens. Slowly, the constellations within you find alignment again. The fractures of fatigue mend. The outlines of peace become clear. This is the real cartography of healing. Not bones or veins, but radiance. You are not merely illuminated by the world. You illuminate it. And tonight, that quiet light inside you is writing a new map. One of balance, grace, and rest. Beneath the calm of your resting muscles, the brain flows like water. Waves of electricity rise and fall, washing through billions of neurons, carrying fragments of memory and imagination. This ocean never dries. Even in silence, it moves. During sleep, these waves slow from fast beta to deep delta, each frequency carving a different current through your mind. In delta, the slowest rhythm, neurons fire in synchrony, like moonlit tides. Here, the brain cleans itself, literally. The glymphatic system, discovered only recently, flushes cerebrospinal fluid through neural channels, sweeping away waste proteins and metabolic residue. Your mind, like the ocean, renews itself with every tide. But as the night deepens, this ocean begins to dream. In REM sleep, neurons spark in brilliant storms, linking images, emotions, and sensations into the surreal tapestry we call dreams. These are not random flickers. Psychologists now believe dreams are rehearsals for healing, the mind's way of testing emotions, replaying moments, and integrating memory. In dreams, fear becomes story, pain becomes metaphor, and the nervous system relearns peace. Meanwhile, the body below remains still, paralyzed by a natural mechanism called REM atonia. This protective stillness ensures that you don't act out your dreams, allowing your muscles to remain safe while the brain wanders free. Yet even in this immobility, your heart and lungs keep perfect rhythm with the dream's flow, as if the entire body were watching the same movie together. Researchers at MIT have found that muscle memory can replay during REM. Microbursts of motor neuron activity correspond to imagined movements, a faint echo of practice, a rehearsal for future grace. It's as if your muscles are listening to your dreams, learning their rhythm. And when morning comes, your brain's ocean stills. The surface clears. What remains beneath is not confusion, but clarity. Emotions integrated, knowledge arranged, muscles synchronized with mind. So as you drift now, imagine your thoughts dissolving into water. Each wave a memory softened, each current a path toward understanding. The salt of experience dissolves into stillness, leaving only light. You are the ocean dreaming of itself, deep, vast, and healing. And somewhere within that ocean, between neurons and stars, your consciousness rests, buoyed by the rhythm of your breath, the slow pulse of your heart, and the infinite calm of sleep. Even before the first light touches the sky, your body senses dawn. Somewhere deep in the hypothalamus, a cluster of neurons called the suprachiasmatic nucleus begins to stir. It's your inner sun, the master clock that measures not only time, but readiness. Long before your eyes open, hormones shift, temperature rises, and electrical rhythms change direction. Healing, having done its work through the night, prepares to yield to awakening. This is circadian entrainment, the way your body's biology synchronizes with Earth's rotation. Every cell, from skin to muscle, carries its own clock genes that respond to light, feeding, and rest. At this hour, cortisol begins a gentle climb, not as a stress response, but as an ignition, raising blood pressure, releasing stored glucose, preparing the muscles to meet gravity again. Melatonin, the keeper of darkness, recedes quietly like a tide, giving way to serotonin, the chemistry of daylight. In this twilight, between sleep and wakefulness, something subtle happens. Muscle fibers begin to hum faintly. Electrical activity in the motor cortex rises, sending low-level signals through the spinal cord. These are hypnopompic discharges, the body testing its readiness, reactivating tone without full command. It's as though your body whispers to itself, "We are still here. We are strong." Your heart, too, anticipates morning. The sinoatrial node, your natural pacemaker, quickens its rhythm slightly, synchronizing with respiration. Oxygen uptake increases. Mitochondria, freshly repaired, awaken like embers reignited, ready to turn oxygen into motion. Beneath the surface, everything prepares for movement long before you do. In 2016, researchers at the University of Colorado discovered that exposing the body to natural morning light resets over 70% of the circadian genes in muscle tissue. That means sunrise doesn't just wake your mind, it calibrates your entire physiology. The faint warmth through your skin is not symbolic, it's molecular. It tells your biology that repair time is complete, and now comes the time to use what you've rebuilt. Yet even as dawn rises, a trace of the night remains within you. The healing processes don't stop. They simply shift into maintenance. Your muscles continue to metabolize residual byproducts. Your immune system continues its quiet patrol. Your fascia continues its fluid glide. Morning is not the end of healing. It's the balance point where regeneration meets action. So as the world begins to brighten outside, imagine the same light blooming inside your chest. Each inhale draws golden air into your lungs. Each exhale releases the last shadows of fatigue. You are both sunrise and earth, awakening in perfect synchrony. And when you finally open your eyes, know that your body has already greeted the day for you, long before the mind caught up. That too is healing. Not beginning, not ending, but flowing, always, between light and rest. There is no true ending to healing, only a continuum, a seamless rhythm that moves between activity and stillness, between night and day, between doing and being. The body does not know the word finish. It knows only cycle. Every cell that rebuilt while you slept will one day tire again. Every muscle that relaxed tonight will one day ache. And then, the same intelligence that healed you will begin again. Quietly, efficiently, without complaint. The miracle of the human body is not its perfection, but its persistence. It never stops returning you to balance, no matter how many times the equilibrium is disturbed. Healing, in this sense, is not an event, but a conversation, a lifelong dialogue between destruction and renewal. Even at this moment, as dawn filters through your veins, enzymes are rebalancing chemistry, mitochondria are tuning energy flow, and your immune cells are deciding what needs protection and what can be released. The music of recovery plays softly beneath the noise of daily life. Modern medicine describes this as allostasis, the process of achieving stability through change. It's a fitting definition for life itself. Your body is not built to stay still. It's built to adapt, to learn from every wound, every strain, every moment of rest. Even emotional healing follows this rule. The heart grows through cycles of vulnerability and resilience, just as muscles grow through microtears and repair. Every night, you practice the art of surrender, giving the body back to its ancient wisdom. And every morning, you practice the art of trust, believing that what you cannot see is still working. You are both participant and witness to the same eternal current, the current that moves through stars, oceans, and cells alike. If you listen closely, you can feel it now, a low hum beneath your skin, steady as the Earth's magnetic field. That hum is continuity, the sound of life perpetuating itself through you. So as this journey closes, let your breath be your bridge. The inhale, renewal. The exhale, release. The heartbeat, a reminder that even stillness is motion. You are not healed once. You are healing always. And tonight, and every night after, when you close your eyes and surrender to the ocean of sleep, remember, your muscles, your mind, your heart, they are already carrying you home. one quiet rhythm at a time. Tonight, you don't have to try anymore. You've done enough, felt enough, carried enough. Now, all that's left is breath, slow, kind, and effortless. Your muscles have listened. They've softened, lengthened, released the memories they held. Your heartbeat has found its rhythm again, calm, steady, ancient. The light within your cells still flickers, quietly repairing, like lanterns glowing in deep water. You are safe now. The night is holding you. There is nothing left to fix, nothing left to prove. Just breathe. In through the nose, soft, round, silent. Out through the mouth, slower still, carrying the day away. Feel the warmth in your chest, spreading outward, melting into the air. Every exhale is a letting go. Every inhale, a gentle return. If you listen closely, you'll hear it. The quiet hum beneath everything, the sound of life itself breathing with you. The world outside is slowing too. The trees are still. The moonlight has thinned into silver mist, and the earth, your oldest companion, rocks you gently in its steady orbit. You are part of that rhythm now. Your breath is the tide. Your heart is the drum. Your body is the sea, resting beneath the moon. Let yourself drift down through layers of thought, through calm, through silence, into the soft place where even dreams grow quiet. You are safe now. You are healing. You are home. Just rest. Drift away. Drift away.